Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ressie's Corner. This is Ressie, of course, and it's just another day doing other Ressie type things that I do. So today's video, I just wanted to talk about what I'm doing today, how my process is going, and just what today is like. Well, first of all, it's my favorite. You don't know this, but I love winter. Such a winter pixie. I know some fall pixies, it's fine, but um, I have my fall days also. I really do like fall, but I'm not a spring or summer person. So I'm really sorry if you are. You like that warm stuff. My philosophy is just, you could always put more clothes on, but you can't. There's only so much that you could take off before it's illegal. So just keep that in mind, all of you summer people out there do not like warm winter. But anyway, it's pretty cold today. It's not as cold as maybe I'd like it to be. It's about 20 something, and that's okay. Um, I feel like what would go really nice with cold weather is some snow. And we don't have any snow right now. So it kind of feels like the weather did half the assignment, but we'll move on. We'll move on. It's cold today and I love it, which is the point. Um, I do have an update on the Christmas lights because maybe I shamed myself in one of the other videos. Life goes on. I took the Christmas lights off the house down. Now, the Christmas tree is still up. I'm working on maybe taking that down at some point. I still need to get on it and order an actual Christmas tree bag. Or box, whichever, just something to put the Christmas tree in because as it stands right now, it usually just kind of gets broken down into pieces and then put into this room, which is like our sunroom. And it gets put in here and then it just stays laying out until December of the following year. So, or that same year. I'm going to try not to do that this year. I actually really would like to box it up or bag it up and put it out of sight, and then maybe I can actually decorate my house in a way that's like seasonal. I'm, I There was a year where I really did all of the seasons, and I was very proud of myself. Shout out to all of the cleaning motivations and decoration motivation videos out there. I have been watching you and trying to follow accordingly. And I did that one year and it felt really, really good. My house was clean and it was decorated with whatever the season was. And I don't know, something happened. I think I had kids or something and it just kind of fell apart. To be fair, I had my son then, but he was an infant and now he's 4.5 and I have a 1-year-old daughter and there's some stuff just is harder than it used to be. So anyway, shout out to all the moms out there. Stay tuned. I'm probably going to do like a video series about surviving motherhood at some point, just because we need to talk about it. It's okay, and let's just normalize some stuff. But back to today. So yeah, I took the Christmas tree lights down off the house, not the tree, off the house, and that felt really good. Command strips are great; they come right off. This is not an advertisement. Nothing is sponsored, but they do. They come right off. No paint was peeled. It felt great to not have anything lingering from Christmas on the house, which is really funny though. Not to get back on the Christmas tree light thing or the lights on the house, whatever. Yeah, this kind of is. There's a house down the street who still has their lights up, and I feel like us two have kind of been like the last of the tribe holding on to some Christmas, I guess. I don't know. But it's been really fun just to like drive down my street at night and be like, oh yeah, they still got theirs up. We still got ours up. We're in this together. Well, I just want you to know, house down the street, we took our lights down. So sorry. We we took ourselves out of the game. It's fine though. Well, I've been really working on editing, and by working on editing, not really working on editing because editing sucks and it's not as fun as writing the book. You write the story and you're in it, and you're like, oh man, I want the characters to do this, or I see them doing this. And then, oh, what if this happened? And let's just get lost in this world for hours and hours and hours and all through the night. And then, you get to that point where you got like, the basic rough draft of the story or whatever. And it just, like if we could just publish that, nobody would buy it because it would probably be the worst, most terrible thing. You have to edit it. I'm sorry. Um, because it might seem beautiful to you, but it may not read well. And I'm sorry if it still doesn't read well when somebody reads my writing. Anyway, but you got to edit it. And editing is a necessary part of the process. But man, it's just not as fun. It just isn't. You look at that and you read it only so many more times, and you're like, okay, I'm done with it. Like I am tired of this story. I'm ready to move on, do something else. Um, and if you've ever watched my other video about, I don't remember what it was, writer's block, you can get up and go do something else. This applies to that too. You don't have to just sit there and stare at the screen while the screen is screening at you. Go and do something that's totally different. Um, and that's probably what I'm doing right now. I've been doing a lot of focusing on social medias, trying to get that stuff right. And I think I might do a video about it's okay to be new, because it's okay to be new. Oh man, you're not going to be rocketing out the gate anytime. Where were we? So I've been trying to focus on other things that I think are also productive while I'm working on editing. I do have a couple copies out that are currently in the hands of some beta readers. Um, uh, that's pretty much that. That's just kind of where I'm at. I don't like editing. I never have. I never did. When I was little, I didn't know that you had to edit. I thought once you finish typing the thing, oh, it's ready to print. You go and publish and give it to people and let people read it. And all kinds of things can go wrong with that. There's grammatical things, there's just weird story things, there's just all kinds of stuff that you really need some other eyes on to look at. So, um, Trend is currently undergoing editing, which is healthy for it. At some point, I'm probably going to be looking for some ARC teams members, whoever would be interested in receiving an ARC. So I'm new at this, so we're going to see how it goes. It's the first time I've said that in this video, but we're going to see how it goes. Because all this is pretty new to me, but we're going to get it done. It's okay. We're going to hold each other's hands and it's going to get done. Let's see. I did put some quotes out there from the book. One that I was pretty shocked about this morning that had quite a few views was the sandcastle quote, which was about one of my main characters, Queen Danya, who was feeling chained and trapped by her situation, and her keeper. We'll talk more about keepers later. But her keeper, who was just telling her, without telling her, that hey, this system is flawed, and I can't speak plainly to you about it right now because I'm feared for my neck. But when you realize how this system works, you won't feel chained anymore. And I think that's just kind of the basis for that. And I'll do more about that later. Queen Danya is a very interesting character, and you'll get to know her, hopefully, if you read the book. Um, she's pretty wealthy, and she marries the king. No spoiler. It's She's a queen, so he marries the king. But in a way, you could say it's kind of like an arranged marriage. It was not her first choice. She did not want to marry this guy, and it was forced upon her. And then, upon getting married, realizing that this man uh, does not have any plans of unvirgining her, I guess, so to speak. Um, Not that by this point it hasn't already been kind of set up in the society or in the culture anyway, but I think it was kind of optional, and he's making it more mandatory of like, no, this is the standard, and I want this out of the men in my court. I want this to happen. And So she's kind of like the poster child for, okay, men, you got to have these wives and you have to maintain their keeping. They have to maintain their keeping even while in marriage, um, in order for you to have the standing that you are trying to have or that you have. So, this is the system that Queen Danya finds herself trapped in and doesn't really see how to see her way out of it, in which her keeper is just like, I can I want to tell you that there's a way out of it. So, this is a series. So I hope you will follow me on this journey. It'll be very interesting, I hope. Yes, it's weird to talk about virginity, but I feel like, yeah, somebody's got to. So anyway, off the rails we go. Um, what else was I going to talk about today? I think that was pretty much it. Mostly today is a social media day and a let's talk about editing while I'm not really editing kind of day. Maybe I'll get to it tomorrow. I have made some changes. I have done some editing to it, as I go along when I see things. Like I worked on the summary, little blurb, and just trying to. It's really challenging to like summarize your book, isn't it? Like, sorry, that was gross. But to summarize your book and to look at it and be like, this is the story. Okay, but how do I put it into like this little tiny manageable chunk so that people can like automatically get it, or at least get enough of it that they're just like, I want to see how this goes. That could be really cool. So uh, that has been a process as well, and something that I'm working my way through. But I think I've got up to a point where it's shaping up. It's definitely shaping up. Um, I don't know. We're gonna just see how it goes. Anyway, stay tuned for more videos on like what I'm doing, how I'm more updates on the book. It's still coming out April 26th. Oh, I do need to make a note. I have made some changes to the cover art. I have not done a reveal yet, and I probably won't, but we'll see. I mean, I will do a reveal, but not yet, not yet. I'm gonna make sure that this is it. So stay tuned for a cover reveal. Also, check out my Facebook, Rest Lafferty, and also check out I've got a TikTok now. Oh man, off the rails. So, TikTok, Rest Lafferty, pretty easy to find. I'm the one that looks like this. So, anyway, have a great day at whatever it is that you're going to be doing today. Do it awesomely, if awesomely is even a word. And stay tuned. There's more to come. Have a great day, guys.